Nigeria, across Africa, and around the world. My name is Smart Mado Ajaja, and the convener of Open Nigeria and Africa Unite, and the anchor of Nigeria Now at ONN and the Nightingale Radio International, all the way from Houston, Texas, United States of America. How are you all doing this afternoon? It's a chilly afternoon. Weather here, the temperature here is 39 degrees Fahrenheit. Yes, and we are expected to have a very cold weather starting from tomorrow. So the temperature is beginning to dip here in Houston. I don't know what it is elsewhere in the United States and around the world. Today, I am addressing President Donald Trump, the President of the United States of America. Yes, about a month into his presidency. Yes, so much going on, a lot of executive orders flying out everywhere, and a lot of concerns being expressed by Americans, and a lot of some successes made. But there is something I would love to advise the President of the United States of America about, and that is about the person of Elon Musk. President Trump, dear President Trump, a lot of Americans sacrificed so much to put you in power. And one thing you must not do is to let them down. They say that Mr. Elon Musk is becoming overbearing in your presidency. This is what is widely being reported, and the pulses are being felt. And you remember that at the end of the day, it is going to be Donald Trump's presidency that the American people will be holding accountable for the progress or otherwise of their country. And it is only common sense that requires that you tread with caution, especially as far as Elon Musk is concerned, so he doesn't derail you. I don't know what his intentions are. I don't know if it is something that the two of you are working on, but Americans are beginning to get afraid. The apprehension is high about the way Elon Musk is conducting himself, how he's overreaching his boundaries. Yes. So, and they are saying it. Our job is to convey what the street is talking about, what the people on the street are saying. And that is the reason why I am bringing this through the ONN media to your attention. I hope those who are close to you, those who advise you, are able to share this message until it gets to you. It is very, very important. The United States is a country that is so welcoming. I would not want, as much as you are trying, it is nice that you are doing America first, which is what every country should do, including Nigeria, where I was born 63 years ago, 62, going to 63 years ago. Yes, every country must pay attention to domestic challenges, things that impact negatively on their citizens. Yes, it is their right that they be treated with respect and dignity, and made services available to them. And it's their right, and it is your power, it's your right as a president to do so. But while doing so, you must do everything too to prevent hurting America, its image, and its stature on the global stage. Hey, bro, how are you? You can't understand how you're pronounced. I don't understand what you're saying. You want to know the pronunciation of my name, or how I am pronouncing something? Please let me know. All right. So yes. Please, if you are joining, as usual, as is traditional with us, if you are joining us for the first time, either on Facebook, if you're on Facebook, follow us at Open Nigeria. If you are here on YouTube, click the subscribe button to follow ONN. All right, remember, as always, we are out for peace through justice, global peace, global security, yes, and global justice. And we run on the platform of the truth to advance the cause of global unity and global prosperity driven by peace and progress. All right, a globe with free, fair, equal, and unconditional access to opportunity to everybody. We see one humanity, all right? One humanity, one human race. And that is why we do what we do. And in doing what we do, we are not afraid of saying it the exact way it is. And we will not do anything to violate the laws of the land. All right, we speak truth to power the way we are prompted to do so. And that is what we represent at ONN. Yes. All right, so today we are talking about the overbearing influence of Elon Musk on the presidency of Donald Trump. The people on the streets, Americans generally are complaining. I don't know how many people are benefiting. Yes, but we want an America that will work for every American. And responsible citizens visiting or staying here, yes, by virtue of their citizenship, by virtue of the welcoming stature for which the United States has been known for all these ages. So, it is our advice that President Trump take charge of his presidency and do not allow Elon Musk from South Africa. Elon Musk is not well respected in his home country of South Africa. South Africa's economy is ailing. He has not done anything to improve the South African economy. What he has been doing there is to create and promote racial discord, and and then taking advantage of your closeness to him to make pronouncements that hurt South Africa. I would tell you to tread with caution and verify everything you are told before you make pronouncements so you don't make some very costly errors. The world is interconnected. Everybody needs everybody. Every country needs every country. America is a big ball player in the world. And we don't want to see America disrespected. We don't want America's stature diminished because of one Elon Musk that will try everything, taking advantage, undue advantage for that matter, to undermine South Africa and the other countries of the world because he has your ears. So let's play it. President Donald Trump. You remember how you advised yourself one time when you were campaigning? You said, Donald, take it easy. Take it easy. All right? Gregory verified. Press 1 to deport. Deport who? I want to say who is to be deported and for what? All right? Do you want to be deported or who do you want to be deported? Yes, nobody is afraid of deportation. All right? So we are speaking the truth, and I'm advising President Trump. You do not own this whole world. You do not own America. You don't own the world. So don't come here to threaten anyone with deportation. All right? If you deport anybody, you didn't deport him from life. You did not deport him from his life. If unless you kill him, and that's okay. Yeah, but so don't threaten here. You don't do this on this platform. Respect people, or you'll be kicked out. So we are not tolerating hate here. We love, and we share love. That is what we represent. Don't come on this platform if you know you have no respect for other people's opinion. Don't be here, because you'll be kicked out in a jiffy. And I remind you that nobody is scared of anybody. As long as we are doing the right thing, we are not undermining the laws of the land. So if you don't feel like you want to be here, get the hell out of here. It's as simple as that. Hey, Bart, how are you? Thank you. Good to see you. Thank you for joining again. If you just joining, please subscribe to our channel. We want to grow organically, and we want to be talking to real people, people who have common sense, people who have respect for others, people who have respect beyond their races, people who have respect beyond their religion, people who have respect beyond any shade of opinion that they have. Hey, Iso, how are you? Thank you for joining. I appreciate you. What we are doing here, we want a global peace. We want global security. And of a fact, This is what President Donald Trump ran on. He said he want to decrease the number of wars going on in the world. Now he's working on Ukraine and the Russian war. We wish him the best of luck that he's able to settle that. And then there are wars in other parts of the country, of the continent, of the world. There is an active war right now going on in Congo for no just cause. Congo is the richest country on earth, but the resources of Congo is not benefiting the people of Congo. Foreign countries, foreign companies come to incite the people, arm them against themselves for their minerals. They distract them with AK-47 and rocket-propelled grenades that they are using to kill themselves. They are right, and why they are doing that? The criminals are stealing the resources belonging to Congo and Africa. So, and I'm believing that President Trump, who has made a landmark statement on Africa through the USA suspension of the US aid, or is it the cancellation? And I'm telling him to pause it completely. We don't need aid in Africa. We need Africa that will take care of itself so that will not be burdened to anywhere on earth. And then that will help Africans stay in their continent and not migrate aimlessly to everywhere where they are treated like second class, even third class, fifth class citizens. Yes, our continent is so rich in everything that we need. So we want an Africa that will be led by true Africans, Africans who have love for Africa at heart, to reinvigorate, yes, and reinvent Africa. An Africa that will be able to build resources, harness its resources for the benefit of its own people. An Africa that will be able to build research centers, centers of learning. An Africa that will be able to produce its own vaccine. Yes, not waiting when there is a pandemic like what happened during the COVID. Africa was begging for vaccine. They did not. We have some of the best immunologists, but they didn't have the tool to produce vaccines. We want, if they leave Africa alone, leave Africa alone, Africa will be good. And the world, as always, we need Africa. We are not a racist enclave. We don't hate. We don't hate. We tolerate. We welcome. And we have been victims of all things. That is why I'm pissed off with what Elon Musk is doing. His ancestors came into South Africa in 1652, took over the land, seized the people. They killed thousands of Africans over a course of nearly 300 years. Yes. And then until 1994, when the tide changed. The tide changed in 1994 in South Africa, but the black people there are still poorer. Yes, they don't have access to their economy. They are not the ones in charge of the economy. So when he came telling President Trump that he created a situation that looks like there was a reverse apartheid going on in South Africa, and President Trump was in a haste to make a statement asking white South Africans to move to the United States, that he has a place for them. That was the work of Elon Musk. Elon Musk, if President Trump does not watch it, will derail him and cause him a serious global embarrassment. This is the reason why he must take charge of his presidency and not jump the gun. He must be very careful with some of the pronouncements he makes. And that is why we are making this broadcast. President Donald Trump, yes, the truth is hard. Yes, some people will come around you and want to tell you what you want to hear that are not the truth. I know you are a man of sense, common sense. Use your common sense a lot of time after they tell you. Now, what happened? After the white South Africans were asked to migrate to the United States, they rejected the offer. And why? They said they were happy where they are in Africa. Because they know that if they venture leave, like the Zimbabwean whites left to Britain, they will be in a hurry to return back. And by the time they come back, things will not be the same way that they were before they left. So they are learning from the history of the white Zimbabweans, whom Britain lied to and made them to leave Zimbabwe. A lot of them came spent up all their money in Britain and other parts of Europe where they went, and they came back broke in Zimbabwe and became poor. Had to start again. So the white South Africans in Africa, you are Africans. The only difference is that there is your skin color, the pigment of your skin color is different. You must, honestly, this is the problem that we have had. You must open your hearts. Now you are seeing everything. Open your hearts and accept Africa as your continent. Accept yourself as Africans. Don't Elon Musk is still living in the past. He has not accepted the fact that things have changed in South Africa. He's failing. He's still resisting to subject himself to the authority of the new South African authorities. So he cannot, there's nothing he can do about it. Yes, he can decide to stay in the United States for the rest of his life. That is a choice you have to make. But do not come and try to influence anything that will negatively impact Africa and then bring a problem between Africa and the United States that has been a strategic partner for some years now to the whole of Africa. We need to rein in, yeah, President Trump, you need to rein in Elon Musk. You need to rein him in. You need to take charge of your presidency. If you don't know now, a lot of people, including those who supported you, they are angry. They are now asking questions about the direction the country is going. And that is why we are bringing this to your attention and to your notice. Hey, Bad Sons, how are you? Thank you for joining. I am good. Thanks for asking. How are you? I'm doing pretty good. Against all wars. Yes. No war. We don't want any war. We want peace in the world. We want peace where nobody will come and be asking that his or her is superior, that his or her race is superior. It is one word, one Almighty God. Yes. One Almighty God, one word. Yes, we need peace. We can share the resources of the world with one another. There's nothing. It's only how we approach one another that has been the problem. When you come with the intention that your race, your skin color is better than the rest, your religion is superior to those of others, your culture is, that is where the conflict started, gets started, and this is what we have to end. So, President Trump, my passionate appeal to you, my very, very passionate appeal to you is to take charge of your presidency. Do not allow Elon Musk to derail you. Because at the end of the day, it is Donald Trump's administration that the American people will be calling. At the end of the day, if anything is messed up, it is you the world will be calling. Yes, you have taken some strategic steps. Yes, your position on the United Nations, I agree. Your position on the World Health Organization, I agree with. Yes, but your position on South Africa is wrong. You were misled into making those pronouncements and then putting up all those things that would definitely hurt the people there, and that warranted the response of the South African government the way they responded to American companies, and then hurt the $20 billion profit that America does receive from doing business in South Africa. We are not a beggarly continent. We have everything. But why is our continent so disrespected? And that is what we must end. We believe that we can forge a strong strategic partnership with the United States under you, but we must be treated with respect and dignity. Yes, we demand it. We are not the Africa of yesterday. Yes, Africans are coming of age. Africans are asking a lot of questions. 1.5 billion people live in Africa. 1.5 billion, yes, 1.5 billion. 70-something% of them are young people who need life and who do not need to be created like sardines across the Atlantic and across the Mediterranean into Europe, where they are kept in concentration camps and fed food, poultry food, as if they are nobody. These are people whose continent is feeding the world. We deserve to be respected. That is why. Stop listening to Elon Musk. He's going to derail you. Use him strategically where you know he can be useful, but do not make him a principal in your administration, because he will wreck you. Yes, he will wreck you. He's up to no good. And that is why he's the. I don't know what is driving him. I don't know. There cannot be a world where the United States can be isolated. And that is not a good thing. That at the end of this whole thing, America is isolated and America is reduced. America's power, superpower, is reduced because of the mishap of listening to the wrong advices. I believe that you know what I'm talking about. They may not tell you this because they are sycophants. Sycophants will come and tell you what you want to hear and derail you. And at the end of the day, they will be the same people who will be blaming you as one who does not listen to advice. So I am telling you this the way that none of them will tell you, including those who are driven by their skin colors. Destroy this, mess up this DEI and all that. Yes, so many people are alien right now. Thousands of people have been let go of their jobs. How are they going to repopulate that place? Some very strategic, like the VA. I have friends in the VA who have been forced to resign from the job that they have been doing. Some of them are nearing retirement. What do you have for them? To cushion the effect of this very violent severance from their jobs. We need to apply caution. We need to apply caution. President Trump, you can do a better job. And I know you can. Because the drastic decisions could lead to some very untoward consequences on the poor Americans who are already ailing. The prices of commodities have not come down yet. Yes, we thought we were expecting that, but what we are getting is a different different from what we were expecting. Please, sir, use your office. One area that is very important in America. I'm a healthcare worker. Yes, I'm a frontline healthcare worker. I see what is taking place in the healthcare delivery system here in the United States. It's at its worst. And it requires a revolutionary action to change it around. Yes, a lot of people are not able to afford healthcare here. Millions. I am not talking about thousands. Both white, black, and Asians and everybody. Yes, the poor in America cannot access healthcare. That is an area I would expect you to go in and do a lot of work to make healthcare, one, affordable and available and accessible to the people. As we speak, it's not. And it's not befitting of the strength and power and character of the United States as the world's most powerful country on earth. Come on, you can do something. If Canada can provide a good healthcare system, healthcare delivery for their people, the British can do so. The Germans are doing so. There is no reason, absolutely no reason, the United States can not provide affordable and accessible healthcare delivery or healthcare to its people. Yes, devoid of manipulation by the big insurance companies. Yes, what the insurance companies are doing to Americans, what the insurance companies and the drug, food and beverages companies are doing in America is horrible. What the pharmaceuticals are doing to Americans is horrible. You cannot sit on the presidency of the United States and feign ignorance about those. Those are areas, yes, that need urgent attention to save lives. Yes, what the people here eat is not safe and healthy. Yes, I don't know how they approve what Americans eat. But this area, this healthcare area, yes, food, drug, and administration need urgent surgical measures to curb the cost, the rising cost that stresses people out. People who understand will understand. Those who have had family members with healthcare challenges, serious healthcare challenges, will understand what I'm talking about. It goes beyond race. It cuts across race. It cuts across religious boundaries. This is a disaster here in the United States. Healthcare delivery is a disaster. Yes, in the United States. It makes you look like America is a third world country. Yes, in the area of healthcare delivery, America can do better than that. America can give its citizens the right type of food. America does not regulate what its people eat. Obesity is at its worst here. High blood pressure arising from food. High cholesterol level arising from bad oil that people eat here. Yes, I know you have doctors. I know you have scientists who can attest to this, what I'm telling you. A lot of people are unable to afford their medications. Here comes people like in my age bracket, a man has to pop 20 tablets every day, morning, afternoon, and night. Sometimes they run out of cash. Then they'll have to rationalize between buying food, and buying their medications. This is not what America is about. So this is a top priority that you should be beaming your lights on. This is a serious emergency. I am right in front of it every day. I see it every day. Yes, I see it every day. I go out there to see patients. I walk with them. They tell me, I feed their pulse, and I see it. I have personally put my hand in my own pocket to support patients here, to buy their medications, to buy their supplies, buy food for them. Yes, this cannot be the United States of America. I would think that this is an area where you will make a lot of difference to stem the tide, the rising cost of healthcare. It's unacceptable here in the United States. So I don't know why Elon Musk is not directing you in that area. I don't know what your Secretary of Healthcare, Human Services is doing. This is an emergency. It's a very dangerous emergency. Yes, people die every day here from what? Avoidable disease conditions that can be preemptively prevented by regulating what Americans eat, like it is in other countries. So why is it like that? Because of special interests. Some of them are in the Congress. They will not pass any law that will rein in the insurance company. They will not pass any law that will rein in the pharmaceuticals. Yes, who pump medication. They will not rein in on the doctors. Yes, who will create situations where people will continue to pay them money because of how much money that they will make from prescribing the wrong drugs and giving Americans the wrong drugs. Every time an American takes a medication, it's going to be a medication that will cause another disease from its side effects. And then that disease that the new medication will cause will warrant another medication that will cause further disease. You wonder why people are dying of heart attack. You wonder why people are dying of kidney diseases. You wonder why people are dying of heart diseases. You wonder why people are dying in quantum with liver diseases. All these things can be avoided through regulations. We want to see something in that direction, not listening to Elon Musk firing thousands of people. Now, who are those that have been positioned to take over those jobs? And for the period that these people are going to be out, there's going to be a lot of vacuums, that will cost human lives. I am talking the VA is right now rumbling. It's so badly hit. Yes, nurses and doctors are living there in the name of what? What? So, President Trump, please, Listen to wise counsel. Do not allow Elon Musk and his likes to derail you. We want to see you succeed as President of the United States. We want to see you as President of the United States who made a huge difference that the generations will celebrate. I would hate to see you derailed and everybody blames you for bringing America down. Please, sir, this is a passionate appeal. This is a passionate appeal that you must not ignore. Very, very important. Very, very important. Yes, national security is very, very important. But this is part of national security. If the people are unhealthy, the nation cannot be secure. If the people are sick from taking medications that create diseases, the nation cannot be safe. The nation cannot be well. Yes, a healthy nation is a secure nation. Yeah, let's look at it from that standpoint and do what is right, so America can be truly great beyond the rhetoric. Please, sir, be mindful of what you listen to from Elon Musk. Be very careful. Yeah, he should not be one who is in charge of everything. Give him a specified role and give instruction about what to do. As it stands now, some people are calling him the President of the United States. They say he's actually the one ruling the United States. But I don't want to believe that that is the case. But that his overbearing is not contestable. You need to put him to size and subordinate him to your authority and supervise his work. He's not the President of the United States. Americans did not elect Elon Musk as their president. They elected President Donald J. Trump as president. So it is very important that you take charge of your presidency. That when he comes around you, he has to behave as a subordinate, as one who works with you, and not the one who is your boss, as Americans are saying right now. It is important that others are made to bear on him so that you run smooth. All right? President Trump, I know you can do this. One last thing that I'm going to ask you. Is about Nigeria, where I was born. Nigeria is going through so much. Nigeria's national security has been compromised, very badly compromised. I listened to one-time Minister of Foreign Affairs of Nigeria, Professor Bolaji Akinyemi. I was taken aback. Yes, I was so disappointed how he said that there was nothing anybody could do about the national security compromise in Nigeria. But I believe that there is something that we can do. We need an honest strategic partner. Yes, unlike what we had with the United States before, and which warranted your decision to cut off U.S. aid, coming to Africa, which we applaud. The previous administrations, yes, did not know what the money that was being sent to Nigeria was being used. Every money that was sent to Nigeria never got to those that they were intended. They were diverted. Yes, they were diverted by the recipient and those who gave the money, Americans who were saddled with the responsibility of the money got into in Nigeria. Those who are bankrolling Boko Haram organizations. Yes, that is why the country is messed up. And you see all these things, all the aids that America sent to Nigeria. We did not need no aids. But I want to make it clear to you that all the aid, all the financial money, all the financial aid sent to sent to Nigeria did not end. They all ended in the north of Nigeria, and that raises a question. I am state in Nigeria. No foreign aid comes there. The whole south of Nigeria. I can tell you that if there is anything that like foreign aid that comes from America and other parts of the world, I don't know where they are, but I do know because I have friends who work with some of these international NGOs, especially those from the United States. I have had cause to ask them questions, and they tell me every aid that is sent to Nigeria is directed to the north of Nigeria. Yes, every aid that, I'm saying it now for the whole world to hear, all the aid sent into Nigeria sent end up in the north of Nigeria. And in that north, that is where the biggest level of poverty is found. If not in Africa, if not in the world, but at least in Africa. The worst form of poverty is found in the north of Nigeria. So now, I want to ask a question. And perhaps it's one of those things that inspired your decision to cut off that aid. The people in the north of Nigeria have never gotten better. The poverty index there is getting worse. The poverty rate there is worse. It's generationally, it's a generational disease. It's getting worse. We have nothing tangible to show for all the investments in aid that flow into Nigeria and diverted to the north of Nigeria. The north of Nigeria is where the hotbed of terrorism. So what is actually happening? Why is the north of Nigeria the factory for terrorists? Why? I want us to understand this, and this is a question you should be asking those who were administering this aid, especially in Nigeria. Why did all the aid end up in Nigeria? And yet, the anger against America is highest in that part of Nigeria. Yes, the anger of, when you hear the anger, you see, the resentment of America is highest in the north than anywhere, maybe perhaps I can say anywhere else in Africa. The resentment of the United States, the resentment against the United States is most palpable in the north of Nigeria, where America purportedly send all the aids that they said they bring to Nigeria. It's not getting, no aids gets to of Nigeria. Yeah, I'm from Delta. I'm from the Niger Delta. Nobody. The environmental degradation there arising from the oil exploration by companies from the United States. Nobody. The environmental destruction that is supposed to be cleaned up is still there. My people, they cannot farm anymore. But yet, all the aids America sent into Nigeria ends up in the north of Nigeria, where there is a huge resentment. Yes, anti-American resentment is highest in the north of Nigeria. So now, what is going on? Something is not right. And that is where the money is going. Yes, because the people there, those who have been ruling Nigeria, are those driven by this anti-American sentiment. All right, they collect the aids and they use them to arm people who are bombing. Remember Abdul Mutalab, the young man who left Nigeria on an Detroit-bound airline, American airline, who had the intention to blow up that airline and hurt America, is from the north of Nigeria. And that is why, so I want to call you today. They say that nobody can touch them. Now, President Trump, if you want to be a strategic partner of Nigeria, you must do something different from what Biden and Obama did. Obama today is the most unpopular American president, ex-American president. His father was an African from Kenya. Everything he did was destabilize Africa. He was responsible for the destabilization of Libya, which destabilized the Sahel. Now the destabilization has come into Nigeria. Nigeria has been taken over by mercenary forces. All our forests and farmlands have been infiltrated and taken over. Our women and children are being killed, raped, murdered, and their body parts are being sold. Yes, kidneys are being sold in Nigeria. Hearts are being sold in Nigeria. Livers are being sold in Nigeria. Eyes are being sold in Nigeria. Because this is how these people run their operations. And America funded them indirectly for money that was supposed to be given to, and materials supposed to be given to the poor in Nigeria to wake them up, send them to school, so they will see access to opportunity and raise their consciousness through education. They end up, because those who administer the aid on behalf of the United States connive with locals, some politicians, and some people in Nigeria's military to divert the funds and then use it to fund terrorism in that part of Nigeria. So I have an analogy. I understand what is taking place. I did a report on that, and France is involved. Some Americans are involved. And that is why we are happy. We will celebrate you for the decision you made to stop that aid. We don't want that. And I believe that with the stoppage of that aid flowing into Nigeria, some people will be hurt. Some good people who are doing something useful with the small that they will give to them. I will tell you, 99% of the fund will never go to the people. It ended up in private pockets of those who mastermind the terrorism, yes, in Nigeria. And I want to tell you now, if you did not know, and this is why I warned you before, and I will continue to make broadcasts in this direction until you react seriously. Yes, Bola Ahmed Tinubu is a drug dealer, was a drug dealer here. Yes, he conducted his large-scale drug dealing in Illinois. He lived in Chicago. He was one of those responsible for the destruction of Gary, Indiana. Yes, large-scale drug dealing that killed many Americans, destroyed American families. Yes, he was prosecuted here in the United States. He was prosecuted here in the United States. I am talking about Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the rogue president of today in Nigeria. So when you are dealing with him, I trust you, Donald Trump. And when you are dealing with him, be very careful. He's dangerous. He's demonic. He's evil. He's wicked. Take it from me and take my words to the bank. You have the records. You have his FBI records. Go into it. We wanted that record. President Biden blocked us from accessing it because Bola Ahmed thought that could destroy him. We want him destroyed because he's no good. A bad man should not be the president of Nigeria. Yes, he was prosecuted and found guilty here. And he paid a restitution of nearly 500,000 US dollars, after which he was asked to leave the country. He returned to Nigeria and became a senator. From being a senator, he became a governor of Nigeria's richest and most populous state, Lagos State. He was there. Corruption everywhere. He owns, as we speak, more than half of the entire Lagos. All the lands and everything that generates the money is owned by him. He amassed so much money. He amassed so much money that is nearly richer than Nigeria. He took on the Nigerian system, took it over, bought everything that needed to be bought, destroyed our armed forces with the help of his predecessor, Mr. Muhammadu Buhari. Yes, the grand commander of Boko Haram, who worked with President Bazoum, the ousted President Bazoum of Niger. Yes, he took over Nigeria with stolen money, drug money. You don't want to deal with that drug dealer. Yes, that is why we don't want you. We are warning you ahead of time. We are Nigerians. I'm a Nigerian. Yes, as we stand right now, I am on exile. I can't go back to Nigeria because of what I'm saying. That is exposing him. Yes, they threatened me, threatened members of my family because of this truth that we're telling you. So this is the reason why you must be very careful when you are dealing with Africa, and especially Nigeria in this case. Be very, very careful. The people of Africa loved you so much during your campaign. If they were given ballot boxes, you would win. You would have won a landslide victory. So this is the reason you must not let them down through your pronouncements and through some of your actions that will hurt the people. You don't want Africans to look at you truly as a racist, that some people said you were. So it is the onus rests on you now to prove to them that you are not. Rogue president of Nigeria was found guilty here. You have called for his FBI records, and then you will see amazing things. All right. Joe Biden propped him up to be president of Nigeria against all our resistance. He refused us access to his FBI records. If we come to, we are going to have to come to ask you for it. Yes, they say that nobody can touch them. Nobody can do anything to them. But I'm telling the people of Nigeria that if they are determined, there's nobody we cannot touch, and nobody we cannot do anything we want to, if we are truly serious about saving our country. Our country has become a pariah right now. All the opposition they are either joining his terrorist party. Yes, APC, they call their party. It's a terrorist organization fronting in Nigeria as a political party. All the masterminds of terrorism in Nigeria belong to that party. Yes, I am saying it authoritatively. They belong there. So when you deal with them, you deal with Nigerian officials, government officials, be sure that you are dealing with terrorists. Now, let me tell you, unless the United States does not love Nigeria, unless the United States, through you, under your watch, want to truly destabilize Nigeria like Joe Biden wanted and actually aided Bola Ahmed Tinubu to do. Please, if you said you are a man of God, I saw you with the Bible, I saw you preaching about the Almighty God, President Trump, if you truly believe in God and you are truly a child of God, this is a moment for you to prove it. Don't select what you want to prove and leave some unproven. If you truly are that child of God, you are a child of God that you say you are, you love God, you want God to work, and you want God to be behind you in your work, Nigeria is one place that you must do the work of God and set the people free through your action. You started very well in that direction, withdrawing that aid. We don't need it. Nigerians now, the criminals will be left exposed for Nigerians to jump on them. Because we need it. We need that moment of accountability because they are not accountable to anybody. If the removal of the aid will expose them, not just only them, our bad leaders across Africa. Yes, it will expose them. And then the people will now begin to understand what they have been doing to them. Yes, that is why it is important that you work hard in that direction. Be just, be fair, be godly. The rogue vice president of Nigeria is a downside, absolute terrorist with ties, proven ties to Boko Haram. When he was appointed, Boko Haram celebrated. That's their man there. If America is willing and interested, truly interested in fighting terrorism, they must choose those who are really interested in ending terrorism. Yes, in that area, we are willing to work with you. We know all the terrorists. If you want the list, we will give you the list of the masterminds of terrorism in Nigeria. All the emirs in the north of Nigeria. This so evil is from the north, not from any other part of Nigeria. Other parts of Nigeria have their own problems, but not terrorism. No, people from there don't pick up gun to blow up anybody in the name of God that they don't believe in. It's an economic insurgency. That is what we are saying. It's terrorism. And it's happening in the north of Nigeria. All the emirs, maybe perhaps with the exception of a very few, yes, are involved. Members of the political class from the core north, there's a place we call core north, and it's not all the north. All right, the Islamic north of Nigeria. The political leaders from there are involved with the act of terrorism. You want their names? We will give them to you. All right? And the reason is because they hate America. These people run, their anti-American sentiment is high. And these are the people America is sending money to. In the name of helping them overcome poverty. 90% of the people from that part of Nigeria live below poverty line. They live in squalor. And their leaders are the reason Nigeria is not moving forward. They stalk us in every area. Yes, and we are supposed to be one country under one destiny. But it's a divided country, north and south. They are the proponents of north and south. They rob Nigeria in the name of the north, but they give absolutely to the people of the north. The people of the north are in a dire need for liberation, and which we have been working hard to get them out. They use Islam to blindfold them and make them idiots, But they are ready. We are ready to set them free. So one way, one good step you have taken is freeze the funding. Freeze the funding. You have frozen the funding. All the funding that you have been America has been sending, good, is diverted to that part of Nigeria where America is so hated. You hear what I'm saying? America is so hated in the north, core north of Nigeria. Hear me now. I am a Nigerian. I want Nigeria to unite. They are the reason when Nigeria is not uniting. They lie to them about everything. They tell them to hate me. They call me from another part of Nigeria who loves Nigeria so much. They call me and others kafiri. So listen to this now. So because a lot of the problem America has is America is ignorant of the constitution of Nigeria, how Nigeria is made up. Yes, they have been dealing with the wrong people in Nigeria. And maybe they do that for their own benefit, to keep the country divided. But President Trump, I want you to be a different president, different from Obama, different from Joe Biden, yes, who apparently aided and abetted this criminality in Nigeria. We must end it and level up Nigeria, free the people there, and bring them to the mainstream of Nigeria. Because the northern nationalism in them is stronger than their Nigerian nationalists. They don't believe that they are Nigerians. They only talk about Nigeria when it is time to steal from Nigeria. Yes, or they want to create confusion in Nigeria that will keep us fighting one another for no just cause. It is time, President Trump, be that revolutionary. But for you to be that huge revolutionary, you must cut Elon Musk to size. And you must be honest dealing with Africa. The African people, the ordinary African people, whose tradition is anchored on morality, we are very happy with the position you took on the definition of sex, because that was another evil that has grown so wild in Africa. Yes, it's big evil. And guess who is funding it? Elements from the United States. Guess where the money is coming from? Part of it is coming from the US aid. They want to fund this aberration, yes, that we do not agree with as a people. Great decision in that direction. But we want you to partner with the true Africans. We don't want puppets as leaders in Africa. If you are genuinely honest and you are interested in stemming the tide of mass migration of Africans, especially Nigerians, into the United States. One thing America must do is to change its foreign policy. Yes, I think need to tweak its economic policy towards Africa. That we keep the African people in their continent. Yes, not the exploiter relationship. We are tired of it, and that is why the continent is at war. That is why the continent is always in turmoil. And if you are a fair man, if you are a just president of America who loves humanity, as you touted during your campaign and as you have spoken about so many times, we want to see a change in America's foreign policy towards Africa and especially Nigeria. Yes, your economic policy in Nigeria and Africa is not the best. It's bad. And that is the reason why if people comes to exploit the continent, they will create scarcity at home in the midst of the abundance. What happens? They chase it where it goes. That is why you see all the crazy migrations going into Europe, and then with France being the biggest culprit. France steals 500 billion US dollars every year from its 14 colonies. Is there any reason why America cannot rain on France to tell them to stop what they are doing? Because everything they are doing is impacting America, it's impacting the rest of the world, it's impacting the West. All right? We want to see a shift in America's foreign policy on Africa. So, but as we speak, as we are doing all this, surround yourself with purely good people, men with good hearts, men who love humanity. Don't put yourself in the midst of anything that will classify you as a racist and one that the people of Africa and the world will detest. We are a human community, and we should be seen as doing justice at all times so that we will continue to get along. We are tired of all the wars. The earth is about to be fried up. We are tired. Why can't we live in peace? Why do we have to hate one another for any reason? Why is Elon Musk doing what he was doing in South Africa? He has not made any meaningful personal contribution to the growth and development of South Africa. The reason is because black people are in charge, leading the country. Anything black is not good. They will do everything to frustrate them. They sabotage them and make them not succeed. That is unfair. That is very, very unfair. And then you should not be part of anything that supports that evil. Yes, what Elon Musk has concocted and his ancestor did to South Africa was evil and condemnable. America was behind them until they were forced out of it. Once America removed his hand from the support of apartheid, what happened? Apartheid crumbled. Yes, apartheid crumbled. So, President Trump, don't change the tradition that has worked so well since 2004 between South Africa and the United States and between the rest of Africa and the United States. Why not be that president that will make things better for Africa, through improved relationship and not using any hostile means to threaten, blackmail, or intimidate Africa, because some people believe that we are those people who must not ask questions, who must not progress beyond subsistence. It is time Africa graduated from this university, this endless university. It is time Africa takes charge of its destiny. What is wrong with that? America is in charge of its destiny. Britain is in charge of its destiny. Germany is in charge of its destiny. Spain is in charge of its destiny. France is in charge of its destiny. So why can't Africa be in charge of its destiny? President Trump, I asked you this question before I leave. Is there any reason an African company cannot be constructing roads in the United States? Is there any reason an African company cannot be building infrastructure in France? Why is it that we are only besieged and then being given like we are the needy that we truly are not. What made us where we are? This is where your intervention came handy, and we thank you. Really, you gave what your decision gave Africa a new lease of life, and we are going to take advantage of that to build the Africa of our dream, an Africa that will be the best of friends with the United States and the rest of the world. Where you can come, your companies can come, invest in Africa, build infrastructures there, employ the people, and everybody is happy. Win-win situation. You're a businessman, and I know you know how to do your thing. I thought I shared this. Please, people, listeners who have come to watch this, make sure, please, you share this. Make sure, do whatever you can to share this message until it gets to President Trump. Because some people are misadvising him. I will hate for him to derail. We don't want him to derail. We want America to succeed. Yes. Work black, yeah, black man. I'm investing in black African women. Very good. We love that. Thank you very much. We appreciate that. Women you can never go wrong with investing in women because they are responsible, they are transparent, and they are accountable. Just do the right thing. You will see the result coming. God bless you. Thank you very much. Hey, God bless you, President Trump. We believe that you will do something great to make the world a better place. God bless the United States of America. May God inspire men who will liberate Africa, yes, from the shackles of poverty and mental slavery. Bye for now. And for those who joined us today, we can't thank you enough. We love you, and we love you, and we love you. And look forward always to seeing you come back to be part of the movement that we are building for the globe. Movement driven by the quest for peace through justice and security. Bye for now.